Here we had a survivor game with Trevor. We got a tooltip saying that we're fighting Chucky. We haven't fought Chucky yet, but I've seen streams of him. I know what to expect. One of the things I know is that they always talk about him being small. Like he's a little bit harder to see than a normal killer because of that. The tooltip warned that he has some kind of like undetectable mode or something like that. So I'm not too sure what that means, but I'm assuming it jacks up your terror radius. I guess I was going to wait until I eventually saw him. I use that heartbeat little accessibility option a lot. It helps, especially because I play through the speakers, so I don't really have the audio listening that I know a lot of people have. Like, they can use a lot of audio cues to get ahead a lot. I start off, I don't have deja vu, so I'm kind of just going by where I know gens are, I think they are. You can see the music starts, terror radius is up. This is peculiar because if you look through this building, you can actually see red, and this looks like Chucky actually damaging the gen. So I can't confirm that. It's just what it looked like to me. So I took that as him being inside of there. I decided to go check this building right next to me, see if there's a gen inside of there. Bet him. I know it has these little places underground, and there's a gen normally. So I just kind of banked on some experience. I figured I had time. I'm always worried about like NOED. I'm always worried about certain dull totems. Or if they're even hexes. I guess I don't fully know all the perk system yet. I just know that totems, if I can cleanse it, is normally in favor of us survivors. I'm sure that there's like some perks that would notify the killer once you cleanse the totem or start working on it or something. So I do get worried about that. I just assume it's low elo enough that I don't have to worry about stuff like that. So they get that gen. I assume the killer would go straight to bothering it, but nope. Instead, my terror radius starts proccing. I like this as a checkpoint, so I kind of look at these stairs and look out to the left too. Can't see all that well, but I'm assuming well enough. It looked like I saw red there and footsteps maybe, so I feel like Chucky's in this building right now. So I'm gonna keep chilling, and hopefully I get eyes on him eventually. Which, I mean, yeah, right there. You see the red. I know Chucky's is out of here. Starting to get a little bit nervous. I do have a pallet here. It seems like I have two places to escape, two stairwells. So I think I can get out. Even if I get hit, I'm fine. But it's still a scary moment. You notice he comes right there, so I was like, okay, well, he has to come now, right? Pallet drop. But I'm thinking inside of the killer's head, it's a good opportunity. I'm like, okay, well, you know, if I was the killer there and I didn't turn around this corner, then I probably went straight upstairs. So with that simple deduction, I get right back to working on this gen. As far as like team contribution goes, you know, I like to get a gen, maybe a gen and a half or two. Just contribute something to the team's victory. Even if not in a chase for a while. I have the perk that lets me see the killer once the gen gets completed. I didn't use it the first time, you know, just kind of forgetting my perk sometimes. But I was able to see him that time. So I know Chucky's on that side of the map. I don't really know what he does after that. I guess I see that he goes into the chase pretty fast. So I still have time. I saw Ashura mentioning toolboxes. I picked it up from that chest I looted earlier in the game. I don't bring items. I feel like a lot of times I'll just bring items into the map and not get much value out of them. So I've been bringing items as much recently. But anyways, I decided not to start with the toolbox. I heard, like I said, I heard a streamer say that you want to use it towards the end of a repair. And I thought the toolbox would last me until the end there, but no, hardly lasts any time. So whatever, we used it, it's fine. We got the gen, I know it gets activated so the killer knows. So I started to just sprint out of here. I sprint out of here, there's Chucky, which is pretty surprising. I always forget that moment because it's so insignificant. He's still in chase with someone else. So I don't really know where the gens are, no deja vu like I said. So I know this gen is still here. And I know this is not completed, so it's a good opportunity. Jill's working on the other gen as well, so we're in pretty good shape here. So while I'm working on this, I mean, it must be the killer shack because I see the basement right there. This guy comes in, and you know, we don't have comms in this game. What I've seen people do a few times is just teabag, so I decided to let him know, hey, can I heal you? And of course, he lets me do it. So, nice little handshake there. It's always good to be on the same page about some stuff. You'll play this game sometimes, and I noticed that I really only solo queue, so it's hard to be on the same page. So when we get moments like that, it's always nice. This guy has been in the longest chase of all time. You know, makes for a relatively uneventful game. And it's kind of like a skill check on the killer, right? Because if someone takes this long to get somebody, you can tell they're not normally the best killer on Earth. Which is nice for us. We had a little escape in, what was that? The little furnace room, whatever the underground area was. So we were able to juke him out there. And fortunately, everybody else on the team has been pretty gen focused, pretty OBJ focused. So it's been pretty good for us. This is a little awkward situation where we kind of body block on the door. I'm not sure if that guy wants to exit gate, so I'm like, okay, well, you go ahead and do it then. So, he just runs straight there from point A to point B. I kind of take the path around the rocks to be unnecessarily safe. Dude, it's still in chase here. So I'm letting this person open up the gate. You can see by the little icon next to their name what they're doing. So I see Jill started as well, which is pretty good. So that means all three of us are escaping, and we just gotta make sure that Matt gets out. These guys have that 270 name in both their names, so we know they're probably gonna be there. We haven't gotten hooked either, so we're in pretty good shape. We can see this guy go down finally, and apparently it was enough of a chase that Chucky's gotta get his teabag on, which is pretty funny. I don't really see that too often in this elo. Only recently I've seen a few killers BM, but mostly survivors are the ones that I notice. They like to BM the most. I'm not sure if that's just a thing or what, but whatever the case, our only goal here is to get Matt up. Once we get Matt up, you know, we should be in a pretty good spot. I'm taking the scenic route. I can see that they're in chase here, so I'm trying to find an opportunity to make the play. I don't really know where they're in chase at, but once I get good visuals on them. So I see Jill there, making the play there. There's Chucky. He whiffs. Now it's my turn. I don't know why the recovery was so low. I was pretty disappointed there, but whatever the case, instead of Matt just recovering, we're in a weird spot. But it's okay, because Matt's going to come up here in a second. So someone was on him anyways. I guess I don't look at the that little yellow wheel that shows the progress on the recover. I'll take notice of that too much. There's a lot of visuals. There's a lot of things that I still need to learn for sure. Like, it feels like even closing in on 80 hours, you know, is still not enough. This game just rewards, it seems like, progress a lot. Just experience playing the game. So I know someone over there has opened the gate. We still have room to make a play, but because I got hit, I'm compromised a little bit. Because if I get hit, you know, chance I get hooked and there's a chance they don't come back for me. But fortunately, me and this guy are in a pretty good spot. I guess to be super safe, we decided to heal a little closer to the wall. Because if Chucky does come, you know, we get hit, we can still crawl out. But whatever the case, this is pretty GG. We'll be able to get the victory here. I guess it's a lot on that chase just taking forever. Like, would he have been better chasing someone else? Could all of us have juked him out? I guess we'll just never know, right? Sometimes that tunneling just doesn't work out too well. Especially when we focus on gens and get the match cleaned up pretty fast. So not too bad. Close encounters makes this game pretty fun sometimes. But, you know, we do what we can and keep learning out here.